What's your favourite colour crayon to eat? Just answer that for me. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an Opera browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month, and you'll get an additional 3 months free. Simply scan the QR code on screen right now or use the link in the description and enter the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. Susie, indie music fan, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Wish we could be blue card the bloody refs and VAR. It's ridiculous. So, on the blue card system, and thank you for leading me in, Susie, I appreciate that. So, I don't like it for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is, what happens when the player's on the sideline for 10 minutes? No, do you know what? Let's rewind it right back a little bit further again and we'll talk about the introduction of it and what it is. So the blue card is being considered by IFAB, the lawmakers of football, as an option for referees to give a player a sin bin of 10 minutes for dissent back to the referee or for tactical fouls. They're the only two things that have been mentioned as a reason that the referee can do these things. But there's a couple of questions about it. So the first thing that a lot of people have asked is, what happens to the player who's in the sin bin? If they come on and just have to sit in a sin bin, that's 10 minutes that they're not warmed up. That's 10 minutes that they're going cold after being up to match speed. Surely, at the very least, they'll have to have exercise bikes or something on the sidelines, because you can't expect a player to go off the pitch for 10 minutes and come straight back onto the pitch. That will just lead to more injuries. So that's one thing. The second thing, and you might call me cynical, but football managers can be cynical at times. If I'm a coach and my centre-back gets sin bin for 10 minutes, I am going to tell every single one of my players to make the most out of every foul goes against them, roll around on the ground, take every second over throw-ins, corners, everything you can do to run down that clock while your teammate's on the sideline. You say to me the ref will add it on the end of the match. I don't care, because I'll have 11 players back at the end of the match. So you can add it on as much as you want when we have 11 players on the pitch. It seems nonsensical to me, but it got me thinking. Is there another way this could be done? So let me try and talk you through what we do here in Ireland in GAA, the Gaelic Athletic Association. This is the system that's in place after a tried and tested black card was introduced. So let me bring it up on screen for you. So in the GAA over here in Ireland, a red card is the same as it is in football, a red card. A yellow card is the same as a yellow card. But a black card means that the player is sent off and the manager is allowed to substitute that player. So let's say Virgil van Dijk got a black card. Virgil van Dijk would have to be substituted by Jurgen Klopp and he can introduce another player. So in theory, you're weakening your team. Now, there is a thing to say, you'd have to make sure that it's one of your 5 substitutions. You couldn't give teams extra substitutions. So for me, that's a system that I think is far better than the blue card system where the player just has to go and sit in the side of the pitch for 10 minutes, because it will be manipulated and teams will find a way to run that clock down. We know this, it's football. So in the Irish system here in the GAA, as I said, the black card was initially brought in as a 10-minute sin bin. But it was changed because everybody hated it. Because it was, crap, just like this blue one. So, yeah, that's what we do in Ireland in the GAA. So, I think that's a better fit, personally, than this blue card of going on the sideline for 10 minutes. And also, referees are still going to be able to unduly influence games, and none of us like that. We need to take the power to dictate who wins games and league titles out of referees' hands, not give them more power to do it. So I don't like it for a number of reasons. I think it's ridiculous. We did a poll earlier on in our live stream. We asked you guys what you thought, and 80% of the people said they didn't want the sin bin brought into football. And I'm actually surprised it was only 80%. What happens when a goalie gets a blue card? That I don't know the answer to. It is an interesting one because do you have to put an outfield player in then? But I can't imagine, for a goalkeeper it would only be for dissent, right? I can't imagine a goalkeeper gets a tactical foul because they're not far enough up the pitch to have a tactical foul. So it would only be really for dissent, I think, for a keeper. English Premier League refs are the worst. Giving them more authority is scary, said Stephen Landry. Yes, very scary. Very, very scary. So I don't agree with it. Anything that gives more power to the officials, I don't agree with. No sin bins need to have refs more accountable, said Appleman957. Very much agree with you, my mate. Kerry said, imagine if City's whole team surrounded the ref as normal, they all get sin bin at once. Yeah, I like to think of that more though as the Bruno Fernandes rule, Kerry, because he's a gobby little twat. And look, we know only too well that Tierney will be tripping over himself to get a blue card out for any Liverpool player. He'll be sitting at home practicing in front of the mirror about how he's going to tell Andy Robertson to get off the pitch. So there's a lot about this that we don't like, but it's only going to be at the trial phase. So there's still lots to work out before a decision is made about whether this will be implemented into the game fully or not. I hope it isn't, because I think it's ludicrous and it's doing something that isn't football, in my opinion. Why does he hate Liverpool? I don't know if he hates Liverpool or hates Klopp. That's the thing I can't figure out. Yeah, that's the thing I can't figure out. You know, he's definitely had run-ins with Jurgen Klopp, but I don't know if... Because let's be frank, he refereed the game against Chelsea very well when we beat them 4-1. I thought Paul Tierney had a really good game then. And it's a bit ironic that game came a few days after Klopp announced he was going to leave. So, I don't know, my man. I don't know. Craig, can multiple players get sent into the sin bin at once? Yes, I would imagine so. Now, remember, sin bins are only for two things. Dissent and tactical fouls. That's it. So it's not going to be like a foul as in a normal foul where two players go for a ball and you're late. That's not going to get you a sin bin. It's only, let's say, you're on a counter-attack and you're pulled back by the shoulder to stop the counter-attack where you would have been through on goal. That type of stuff. Or when they start giving a diss to the referee. But what if a few players are being dissentful to the referee? Because we often see 3-4 players surrounding a referee. Are they all getting it? If it's not going to solve the thing they want solving. And it's going to add on even longer to games. Because stoppage time is probably going to be a lot longer because people are going to be, every time there's a sin bin, you're going to be defending deep and you're going to be killing time. So it's probably going to add on more time wasting. It's just not going to have the impact they want. Right, so transfer sector, as our friend asked me to check in a moment, and Mark very kindly sent to me, said FIFA wishes to clarify that reports of the so-called blue card at elite levels of football are incorrect and premature. Any such trials, if implemented, should be limited to testing in a responsible manner at lower levels. Then why have every sports station in Europe ran with this story if it's not going to be implemented? So here's what I think. You know me, I'm going to give you the blunt truth, or my blunt truth. I think that FIFA have seen that there's no appetite for this and it's been laughed at by journalists and fans already because it's stupid, and that they've tried to save face here by pretending that we're all big tickos and that they never were going to do it. I think they're just backtracking because they know the public are going to just knock it because it's such a stupid idea. That's my take on what that statement is. IFAB is not UEFA. Didn't say it was, but the statement came from FIFA. So I'm reading a statement that came from FIFA, smart arse. Never said IFAB was. Sorry, if you're going to pull me up on something, you know, I'm happy to say I'm wrong when I'm wrong. But I read a statement that was from FIFA. AFL in Australia, they have a match review panel which review bad tackles after the match and the player gets fined or recommended tribunal. See, do you know what I don't like about that though, Andrew? That doesn't help the team that's been shafted. So when you see teams who, let's say, retrospectively get a ban for a player, that doesn't help out the team that's got shafted or had their player injured. It helps out the next team they're playing. So that's, I guess it's better than nothing, don't get me wrong. But I like to see these things punish the players who, happen then and there. And with VAR in games now, there should be no need for things to be missed. Still a different organisation, my friend. Do you need me to write this on chalk for you or something? I'm assuming that, it's gone straight over your fucking noggin. Did I in any way, shape or form, my little pedigree chum, say to you that IFAB and UEFA are the same thing? Have I ever fucking once said they are? Give me some credit. I know my football. I know who the fuck IFAB are. I've explained who IFAB are many times. Just because your ears are a little bit clogged or you're too thick to understand what I'm saying, don't cry panty wobblers at me, mate. Just shut the fuck up and let me do my job. What's your favourite colour crayon to eat? Just answer that for me. Fucking hell. You said FIFA are backtracking, they're not. FIFA just put out the fucking statement. Do I have to read it again? FIFA put out the fucking statement to say that reports are incorrect. IFAB didn't put out the fucking statement, so that's why I said FIFA, because FIFA put out the fucking statement. Are we done now? My child wouldn't answer to me like that, mate. Jesus Christ, get over yourself.